Hi guys, and welcome you all back on my DIY refitting video. I'm really happy to see you all back here on Snowbird. By the way, those who are new to this channel, this is Snowbird and it's held by Rassy Rasmus. I'm refitting it from inside, but when it's gonna be spring and summer, I'm gonna start working outside. There's tons of installations, front hatch, bottom, painting, chain plates, riggy, a lot of things, so stay tuned. So guys, now these two fellas are in and I use the screws and just screw next to the old support. It's not really my style, but I just want to move forward. That's kind of like a 0 point for me, so I'm taking measurements from there and just kind of moving forward to this area here. Play a little bit with the eyes. Everything is wet around. Oh my gosh. For today is like quite few things that I want to do. And let's go quickly through that. In a previous episode I removed all the wooden parts from the ceilings and I want to repaint them now. So I have to sand it and paint. So I want to do the 90 degrees angles, which are going to be here in this passageway. The only thing that is left with them is to make a gap. However, I want to also start framing all the rest of the frames that I have on the floor in one level and figure out where I want to place them. Also, the idea is to make a box behind my speakers. Also here inside I still have this mahogany color. So I didn't do any paint work inside, only here around. So I want to paint inside as well. Let's go to the fast motion. I actually made my boxes for my speakers. So cool, it actually looks really cool already, even though it's not painted. So I made box 1 and I made box 2. Since I worked to support my boards here, that was a little bit trickier than the one that in the other side. And then I'm gonna place some molding here, which is gonna cover up also these edges. Now what I'm going to do is to actually remove all my stuff which I have in cabinets there, and I'm gonna place my molding and then I'm gonna paint everything white inside. Guys, I couldn't hold myself, so I already installed the speaker and I already connect to the radio, test it out. So one speaker is in and another speaker also is in. So let's test those two speakers, how they are performing. Even if I lost my money, there's deep on it, and I don't need to speak a single word. I honestly think for two speakers that's pretty good. Quite impressed actually. I didn't connect yet my subwoofer. I need to connect amplifier to my subwoofer. So that I need to figure out where I'm going to place that amplifier. So, and also I place a foam and insulation inside. So kind of to get more out from that sound. I am literally happy as hell. I just need to figure out where I'm going to place two speakers more. I don't have a space for them. Every corner is just busy with something. I have marks from the mask. The first layer of primer is on and it looks white. That's how it looks. Well, it shines through, of course, it's the first layer. So yeah, I'm gonna go home now and drink, sleep and repeat. See ya. After 2 days break, I'm back and let's see what we can do today. I don't have so like super much time. What I want to actually do is to place a filler on my screw places. The filler actually dries really quickly. After half hour I can already sand and then paint. That's what I want to do today. So guys, actually the ice is melting and it's already, well, a water. Half of the tank still have ice, so I have to wait for some few days more. Today is Monday. They're actually promising on Thursday that it's gonna be plus 10 degrees outside, which is so cool. As you see in the fast motion, I actually install my board back here. I use a glue and screws, but hopefully I will never take it off. And now I have a solid frame underneath. I have painted this gray color. As in the front, where I store my batteries and where my bow thruster is located. I am in the front right now. Did a little cleaning here. It was full with the stuff here. So here is my bow thruster located in the front, and it's painted gray because I thought it's gonna be better, easier to clean. Well, I hope so. Both colors are pretty light. Weather outside is wonderful. It's sunny and it's warm. It's plus 10 degrees outside, which is, wow, I guess spring is coming back. And I can't wait to start working outside. First job that I will do is this hatch. I need to make a frame for my hatch to and install my hatch fully. Actually, it is quite big job, time-consuming job. And besides everything else, look what I have. It's a tempered glass, which is the glass that you use for marine, and it will go right here. If you remember my old window, that was plastic. Now I have a solid piece of glass, and I also have a frame which I need to place up, seal, and install it back. I actually removed the water from my water tanks, finally! And I start up my bilge pump and get rid of the water. Here guys, I have my new inspection hatches, and it has this rubber inside, which is gonna keep the water inside. I have 3 of them for now. I have this long inspection hatch here. This hole is pretty big, so I actually don't need that big. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna place 2 of these instead of having one long one. Now I need another hole in my water tank. And here is the template, which I did just a few minutes ago. I'm going to make a hole right here. With a little bit pressure, it goes in. Yep. There is divider. Here's divider. Here's divider. And probably hidden somewhere else. Holes everywhere. Sun is shining, and as you already see, we don't have a snow anymore. This is the hole that I want to close down. This telescopic sliding mechanism going down there. I don't need it anymore because my table will be located right there in the wall. So which is cool. But now I just need to close this hole down. If you see, this edge is really straight. I'm gonna make like 45 degrees angle here around, and then each glass fiber is gonna be a little bit bigger. So that's how it's gonna stick really well together. So, do I look nice? Yeah, I have marks from my mask again. Yep, by the way, I'm charging my microphone. It went down, the battery went down. Actually, I thought I'd charge it, but actually I didn't. I don't know how. But you can actually feel the sound different, right? Between the original GoPro camera and the microphone that I have. The thing is that I actually place 5 layers of 450 glass fiber, and now the hole is closed, and that's also as maximum as many layers you can place. 5 is almost too much already. 4 layers would be good, so 5 is quite much. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna generate the heat, and it's gonna be so hot that eventually it's gonna damage the glass fiber, so you can't make too much layers. 4 would be the best. Also, I need to close down right here in order to get my hatches. It's going to be 2 pieces like I mentioned before. I need a glass fibering here as well. By the way, it smells terrible. But so yeah, here is done, and here is done quite, at least the first 4 layers. Tomorrow I will place probably like 4 layers more, and here I'm gonna place just like 2 layers more, and then I can put the frame here, and then I can make the inspection hatches. But before I'm installing the inspection hatches, I want to clean the water tank and paint. So I'm going to paint the water tanks, and I was talking before that I have a special paint that I found that I can use for my water tank. It's epoxy based paint, Epoxy Aqua Pure. I literally can't find anywhere where that paint, seems like that paint not existing anymore, and no one is selling it. The thing is that I'm not the only one who is dealing with the same problem. And what they used before is basically a gel coat. They use a gel coat in the water tank. Today is the next day. So now it's actually cured. Finished with the glass fibering the floor. A little bit sketchy right here, but it's actually gonna be good at the end. Here's the glass fiber sheet. You have polyester, so you buy this polyester. Unfortunately, I throw that in the garbage. So, and then you place a hardener. I think it's only 1 to 2% of all the polyester you have to place the hardener, so it's a little bit. I always place a little bit more. I mix up the hardener with polyester, and then I place that polyester on the surface first, where I'm going to make a glass fiber. Place the polyester there. Then I do one side of polyester on my glass fiber sheet. Then I place up and do the other side. So make sure that the polyester is all around. And then I use a roller like this. Remove all the air bubbles which you might have in a glass fiber sheet. So yep, that's what I want to share with you. So now what I want to do is to make a frame for my window. Basically what I need to do right now is to cut this trim strips around my glass and make a frame. So guys, this is already next day, and this is strong as rock. I can make 2 inspection hatches right here and 1 here, so it's gonna be 4 inspection hatches right here located, and even down there where my old holding tank was located. So I approached these kind of tiles. They look pretty cool, right? I'm going to place them right next to my oven, so it will be located right here. The dim and everything that comes from cooking, it will be easy to clean up. basically done with all the hatches on the floor, which is super cool. I mentioned to you that I'm gonna work with my 90 degrees angles in my passageway. Also, I told you that I'm going to paint my wooden parts, which I took off from the ceilings, which I already actually did. I just need to apply one more layer. The thing is that I can't find anything on the roof, and this kind of material is just not existing anymore. Maybe in the worst scenario, I'm gonna change the whole ceilings to the new ones. Also, my son is with me today. Yeah, the thing is that I'm gonna focus full time with my water tanks. And as soon as I'm done with the water tank, placing inspection hatches, cleaning, and painting the water tank, and then I can place the floor up. So this is already another day. Days just runs really quickly. So yesterday I was able to clean my tank, and now at least it's as clean as I can get with washing. And then I'm gonna place a top coat, which is basically the same as gel coat, only you use for top surfaces. Gel coat you use when you're making the mold. What I realized yesterday, this is an accessible place. So here's the divider and here's the divider, and this place is just, you will never reach that place with nothing. So I have to make another inspection hatch right here, which means I have to remove part of this cabinet that I have here. I wasn't looking forward to do that. Then I'm gonna clean the tanks again, and then I'm gonna place the top coat. If I have a time, I'm gonna place my window fin. That is done too. The only thing that I have to do with that is place the hinges. But before I actually paint the whole water tank, I need to make a little test. Mix a little bit of top coat, and I'm gonna place on some spot in my water tank. If it dries, it means that it's a gel coat underneath, and then I'm sure that I can paint everything inside. So I know people did mistakes before, so I'm not gonna do those mistakes. Paint everything and then realize, oh my gosh, that's epoxy. You know what happened then? Then your gel coat never dries. And then you have to get rid of it. It's almost impossible. It's just so hard, believe me. So everyone, now I'm done with cleaning my tank, and this place where I placed the top coat just to try out, it's dry, which means that it's the polyester based before used. You can't see underneath, which means I have to use a mirror, my phone, everything that I have to be able to see how it looks underneath. So now is the big part. Probably gonna took me a couple of hours to do that, but I'm gonna place 2 layers of top coat. So today 1 layer, and hopefully if it's gonna be dry, tomorrow the 2nd layer. Then I can place the new hatches, and then my water tank will be done. So if you enjoyed the video, if you like my channel, go below and subscribe. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you like this episode. And see you in the next one. And have a good weekend for everyone. Bye! Спасибо еще всем, которые смотрели мое видео. Я видел, что очень много подписчиков, которые русские, и которые смотрят это видео. И я думал, что это будет прикольно, если я поговорю немножко по-русски. А, кстати, если вам нравится, я могу сделать отдельное видео, которое будет только по-русски. Просто пишите здесь снизу, если вы хотите, что я сделал видео по-русски. Что? Ладно, увидимся тогда на другой эпизод. А tā visiem, kur skatījās, un es ceru jūs redzēt nākošā video. Tack för alla som tittar och vi ses i nästa avsnitt. Hej då!